It used to look like this. We predicted it would look like this, and now it looks like this. We're almost there. A press conference was held Tuesday, March 18th, in the atrium of the Birthplace of Country Music Museum to announce a $100,000 gift by Bank of Tennessee to the museum. Bank of Tennessee CEO Roy Harmon and Bank of Tennessee Market President David Wagner presented the check to BCM Executive Director Leah Ross during the conference.
I want to welcome you and thanks for coming out. Are you excited? I tell you, I am so excited to be here in this building today, and I'm excited that in just a few short months, we're all going to be able to take a visit. We're going to take a trip back through our heritage as Bristolians. We're going to look, we're going to listen, we're going to learn, and we're going to interact. And I promise you, when you come, it's not going to be just a visit. It's going to be an experience, and I'm excited about that. I'm also excited to see how our community is coming together to make this a reality. It is so critical for a project of this size to have its community supported. And as president of the BCM this year, I want to take this opportunity to thank you and also to pass along our board's sincere thanks to you, the community, for standing with us and making this beautiful building come together. We're also here today to celebrate some of that much appreciated community support, and also we're going to share with you some exciting news and kind of bring you up to date on where we're at with the museum and the building. And with that, I'd like to introduce Miss Leah Ross, our Executive Director of Birthplace of Country Music.
Thank you, Jim. I'd like to sort of repeat what he said, and thank you all for being here. When we have a press conference, not just the Birthplace of Country Music, but a lot of folks in Bristol, we have such great support from our community in all the things that we do. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the museum, and then we'll talk about Bank of Tennessee and why we're here and really excited. As you notice, you're here without a hard hat on. So we do have our certificate of occupancy. Burwell has worked very hard to get us to where we're really going to open our museum on time in August. We'll have some soft openings in July, but at the end of this month or the first of next, our exhibit should be going in. So we're very excited about that. The community and the surrounding region and everyone's excited about it. So we're very blessed to have Jessica Turner as our director of the museum, because she's really been pushing that and getting us to where we need to be and be open. Another thing that we wanted to announce today was the kickoff of our Name Your Seat campaign in the Birthplace of Country Music Museum. We have a performance theater that has 100 seats in it, and we also have an orientation theater upstairs that have 64 seats in that. And we're doing a fundraising where you can purchase a seat, and we have information here on the table if you're interested in that afterwards. Your name will be on one of the seats if you'd like to go that route. We're very excited about that, especially our performance theater, because it is state-of-the-art acoustics in there. It's very intimate. It's beautiful. You might want to take a peek at it before you leave and pick out the seat that you want to choose as your seat before you leave here today. But we're very excited to know that we're going to have not only live music here year-round, but we'll have guest speakers. We may do a film series. There's a lot of things that's planned for the museum, and we'll be glad to get that open and start all that going. But we're here today thanks to the Bank of Tennessee, making a major statement in their support to the Birthplace of Country Music Museum. And so I'd like to introduce Roy Harmon, the CEO of Bank of Tennessee, to come up and say a few words.
Thanks, Lee. My introduction to the Birthplace of Country Music was through a gentleman named Ed Hill, and I remember it vividly at a house party, I guess that's what you called it, some live music that Ed had at his house, and he had this great idea of building this museum downtown. And at that point, it was more of a dream than anything else, but through his efforts and Lee and everyone, the board, it's real, you know, so what a great accomplishment, and I'm really proud to be a part of it. And I also am a member of the Friends of 1927, so I do have some credibility here, and if you're not, you should be. So that's also a great way, and you know, we'll take a look at a seat too. So, but I want to thank everybody for bringing a venue to promote live music to the Tri-Cities. And I live in Kingsport, and it's very important for us in Kingsport to have this outlet. There's a lot of our friends come up here to the concerts, to Rhythm and Roots, and all the great things that you're doing here. So we really appreciate the opportunity to promote music and to promote our heritage through the museum. So Bank of Tennessee is hopefully will step out in a leadership role today and encourage others to follow our lead and hopefully trump our cards. So while our commitment is a significant one, we sure want to encourage everyone to make a major commitment and major gift for those that can, and we really want to see this thing be a great success. So part of our strategic plan, our stated strategic plan, is to support the communities that we serve, and we're very happy to do that with this gift today. And with that, I'll turn it over to David, who's actually going to tell you what that gift is.
Thank you, Roy. Gosh, this thing, I guess we were in here, 6 months ago to a year ago? And it's amazing what has transpired and what has gone on here. First of all, I'm David Wagner. I'm the market president here in Bristol, and I am excited to death about being here for this presentation. We've had, and as Roy said, strategically a mission to give back to the communities who support us and help us be successful. I look around the room, I think we've done that with several folks in the room. As we believe in Bristol, the Chamber, different organizations. We've been involved with Rhythm and Roots for armband sponsors, we were thinking maybe 10 years. So everybody gets a little armband, has Bank of Tennessee logo on their armband. We have found that to be an extremely successful and growing event. We had a commitment to the museum, and once we started doing the tours, if you walk through this place, if you've not been through, it's amazing what's going to go on here. And we look at ways that we can help support our community that are going to have the most regional impact. This will be a huge impact for not only the cities of Bristol, but regionally with the Smithsonian relationship and just the quality that has gone into this facility. I think everybody in this community is going to be extremely surprised when they get to come in and see what's going on. So with that, I'm going to try to be brief. On behalf of the employees, the board of directors, shareholders, and our customers of Bank of Tennessee, we would like to make a gift to the birthplace of country music. And if Leah, Jessica, and Jim could come up. Let's get around.
Okay.
At this time, we are making a commitment to the Birthplace of Country Music Museum for $100,000.
I've got to say one more thing. You know, I am not a crier. My office knows that. I say that all the time. But when things like this happens and our community steps up to the plate and supports us and gives back to the area in which they serve, it's very emotional, and I feel very humbled to be a part of this, and I really do appreciate everyone's support for all that we're doing. And this year is going to be a red letter year, I'll tell you that much right now. Thank you.
There's still a lot of work to be done, but the building is on schedule to open in August of this year.